Hey y'all, good morning. Welcome back to Ascending with Ashley and Ashley. We're gonna do a What's Your Calling reading. Alright, if you've never been to one of these What's Your Calling readings, this is for folks, it's for everybody, but specifically for folks who are trying to step onto their path of passion, trying to do their own thing, maybe start your own business. Maybe you've been laid off under this current administration, or maybe you feel like you need kind of a security blanket in order to get your bills paid. This is a reading to help you find that passion, recognize your skills, and step into your power. Alright? So I pull 10 cards of these life purpose, and these are the 10 themes for avenues or, sections of themes that you may be focused on. Okay, so we have sensitivity. You're becoming more sensitive and need to make changes accordingly. I've been feeling incredibly sensitive lately, and I'm already sensitive as fuck. Body work. Your life purpose involves body work, such as massage therapy, energy healing, physical therapy, or exercise training. So maybe you're feeling like you have healing hands, or you want to do Reiki, or crystals, or sound healing, whatever. Builder, your inner ability to build and create brings you a deep sense of accomplishment. Talk to your angels. Instead of worrying, ask for divine guidance. Very important. I know my lighting sucks, so that's why I'm not really showing. Strength, everything you've experienced in your life has made you strong and courageous. These are the first couple cards. Sensitivity here, body work here, and then builder, and everything else you've seen. I usually do 10 of these, so we're halfway there. In regards to strength, there's a saying, you've survived 100% of the days and things that you've been through up until this point. So if you're feeling weak or discouraged, think that. Alright, let's get 5 more. Oh, come on, I don't have very long. My son's going to wake up eventually. I'm really trying to reclaim my morning energy time. Heart's desires, the angels are supporting, guiding, and protecting you as your dreams become a reality. Start with a notebook, start with a list, make a list. That's my list of things I'm going to spend my taxes on if we receive taxes. Those are my highly wanted and desired items or things to take care of. So start with a list. What are you thinking about? What is possible in your area? What tools do you need to start something new? Do you need to get an associate's degree? Do you need to find some people on YouTube or TikTok who have already done this? Do you need to just, get inspired? Music. Your connection to music is healing for yourself and others. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you don't bring them out, I'm just going to pick from the top. 2 more. Alright, we have writing. You heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with your words, with the words you write. Maybe you're thinking of a book or a zine, or even just writing out like a blog or something like that. I think the internet is an amazing tool to use for switching careers at this point in time, whatever that means, even if you have to do brand deals or whatever for a little while just to make ends meet. There is plenty. Okay, we got a bonus. Animals. You understand animals and communicate with them intuitively. Trust your inner guidance as the animals are a part of your life's work. We have school. The answer that you're seeking involves going to school. I just mentioned maybe you need to get an associate's degree or something. I think with the internet, school can also be something that you can just like research using the internet. Or perhaps you do need an actual certification for what it is that you're thinking of. And leadership, take charge of the situation. I apologize for my lighting. I don't like bright lights, but I usually have like a little lamp, but it's in the bedroom. Okay, so if any of those resonated with you, stick around. If they didn't, I have done any other What's Your Calling readings. You can go to the playlist tab and scroll all the way down to What's Your Calling, and there are plenty other readings for you if this wasn't the one. So there is quite a large variety of things here though, so hopefully everyone who's watching is getting something that they can use. So now we're going to pull from the Sacred Rebels just to get a little bit of advice. It can be really scary going out against the status quo. I've made a lot of collective convos about that in the past. All of my readings are timeless, but I always speak on the energy I'm sitting in for the most part. But you know, wisdom and esoterically speaking, they're all timeless. But if you'd like to, I think we did this one too. We did, this deck is a short. And also this deck is also a short. So there's shorts. I've done shorts for a lot of my decks. So What's Your Calling is a short project. So each card, we went through each card. So if you'd like to go check that out. And then this deck, the Righteous Rebels, is the shorts project, is what it was called. So you can get advice from that. So we had Free from Judgment, Free to Love. And I think for the most part in this setting, in this, where's my phone? I need my flashlight. There's a card that fell. Love for yourself is really, really the most important thing. Oh, I can leave that on. Love for yourself is the first. So free from judgment, freedom to love. So loving what you do, loving who you are, is part of this process. Also, go ahead and check out the decolonizing stuff that I've posted over here to support leaving that system of, you know, 9 to 5 or career or whatever, right? When you start your own business or when you do your own thing, there's a lot of reimagining that has to happen, and you have to make room for that by like decolonizing your indoctrination, right? The thoughts that you have or the things that people put on you about like, oh, you can only do this, right? You're only supposed to do this, right? And many people will try to hold you back when you are seeking to do something different. It is your responsibility to place those boundaries, right? Make sure that nobody gets in your way. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. So again, being led by your passion, not so much your mind. Going against the grain. And trust yourself. We have a lot of animals in this card. So maybe nature is speaking to you. Maybe animals are showing up for you in a different way lately. Pay attention to that. I did do a project about spirit animals. So if you have a specific, also under, it's its own playlist. Messages from the meanings and messages from spirit animals. So if you see a specific animal and you'd like to know, you know, what that means. So say you come across like, I don't fucking know, something you don't usually come across. Like maybe you live in the rural area and you see a wild horse or something. I don't know. Check out that, right? Conscious connections. I mean, if I saw a horse, it would be like nothing's, especially a wild one. Run, don't look back. Conscious connections. So also pay attention to the way humans are showing up in your life. There may be people who have similarities to you, or maybe a mentor in any of these fields is also going to cross paths with you, and use that as an opportunity to ask for support, ask for mentorship. People love that, okay? Don't be afraid to ask for help. People want to help, especially in their field, right? Like if someone were to come up to me and ask me like, hey, can you mentor me on tarot or on like how to use my clair abilities? That would make my life. I would be like, oh my god, yes, right? Like I offer those services like as sessions, but if someone were to just do that, like to come up to me, or if someone were to cross paths and be like, hey, you really inspired me. I mean, that's what makes us as humans great, is that we can have those conversations. And I think we're just so afraid to have those conversations. So focus on the light. Yes, there's a lot of darkness around us, but you can't see the light without darkness. So focus on the light, and also don't ignore the darkness. Utilize the light as a tool to shed light on the darkness, right? 2 more. Big, bold vision and faith in the process. So allow yourself to dream big. I've been told many times in my life that I'm grandiose. I was even diagnosed bipolar because of it. Oh, that's grandiose thinking. Oh, that's impossible. Nothing's impossible. If you are given these ideas or these images or this, usually we receive ideas from whatever it is we believe. God, the universe, energy, our ancestors, passed on loved ones, friends or family, pets even. They know who you are, they know what your skills are, and so they're going to give you ideas. Energy is alive all around us. It goes for the animals as well, right? So if you're a really sensitive person, and maybe you work with animals, that's me as well, how do you channel that into something greater? How do you make that into something that can pay your bills? I have put some practical business stuff over here on the What's Your Calling playlist as well. So let's look at how we might be feeling about this. Any feelings that are coming up about this. Maybe either getting in our way or making it hard for us to make this a reality. I would say if you are starting your own business, it's important to have something that, the most important thing in this process is your ability to have access to your own time, but you will also need to pay your bills. I'm not encouraging anyone to quit their job and be homeless, not in this time, not when it's considered a felony. I wouldn't do that, but if you can move your schedule around and make more time for you to follow your passions, hone in your skills, network with people, maybe you need to meet with a mentor, but your schedules aren't lining up. Figure that out, right? Love. Ultimately, love is at the center of everything. When you love yourself, when you love what you do, you're going to create more of this beautiful energy that others are going to feel. We are electromagnetic beings. Within 25 feet of each other, we can feel energy, whether consciously or unconsciously. So when you are leading from a space of love, when you've embodied love, when you are doing what you love, and you know you're good at it because it's what you're supposed to be doing, others are going to pick up on that. Now, it's going to lead to one of two things. People are going to hate you for it because they're jealous, but they don't really recognize that. It's mostly subconscious. Or people are going to be inspired and they're going to love that, right? And they're going to want to implement that in their own lives. One of either. And usually the haters also end up implementing, but they are sour about it. Wishes fulfilled. Make it happen. You are deserving. Intuition. So trust your intuition when something doesn't feel aligned, or when it does. Allow yourself to let your intuition guide you. Things that are for you will not confuse you. They will not make you feel drained. They will not make you feel unworthy. Things that are for you will make you feel confident and happy and radiant and inspired and energetic. So when you're able to generate that energy by yourself, others are going to look at you like you're crazy. But that's part of the process. Some of us are here to lead others. So maybe you have to step into that space of leadership in your area, or online, and maybe that can be intimidating. Slow down. I've been in a season of slowing down and just chilling. I've been fucking chilling, and it's been nice, but I do miss being over here. So I'm here today. Change. Allow change. Remember that between birth and death, the only other absolute is change, right? So we are born here, we are changing constantly, we are growing. If change is a hard concept for you, because it was for me in the beginning, right? Because I had been thinking in these capitalist ways, right? Like thinking about getting to a point of my career of plateauing, right? Once you reach a certain point, then you're steady. Whereas the actual way that we are alive is we are always changing, always, like trees. So if you have a hard time with change, look to nature. Follow the cycles of nature, reconnect yourself to nature. That's what my whole project in life is about. If you go to my bio, this is healing through reconnection to self, the collective, and the world around us, right? The natural world. So we're all in this, we're in relationship with each other, including Earth. Earth is alive. The animals, the bugs, the plants. Gloom. I was just about to say we are in winter, so things aren't really alive right now here in the northern hemisphere. So you may be feeling gloom, or maybe gloom is the reason that you're feeling you need a change. Wounded heart. Don't allow the past to hold you back. Jealousy. Remember that anytime you feel jealousy, it's usually from a place of, I wish I had that. And instead of letting it get out of control, take it into your own hands. Anytime you're feeling jealous of someone, switch it to feeling inspired and be motivated by that person and what they're doing, and learn from them versus being jealous and just sitting around sulking in your own self-misery. We all have free will. You have a choice constantly. Life is a choose your own adventure, which is also in my bio. Ambition. You get to decide how life is going to go for you, and we have not been taught that. So again, go check out the decolonizing playlist if this is hard to grasp. Let me get, okay, I'm going to end it in a minute, so let me get, I'm so happy I got some readings done today. I left my regular decks in the room too, so I'm glad that we got this done. My son has been waking up very early the past couple months, and usually I get time in the morning, so I'm really happy to be here. I also posted a collective coffee today. If you are having a hard time with the current reality of the world, go check that out. It's longer. I think that these are important times to be thinking of, to be conscious of, and you know, What's Your Calling is one of the ways that we can go against the system. If we all were to step into our passion instead of, you know, settling for some career that some old guy told us we had to do, the world would be a much different place. If we all followed our passion and, you know, made our ideas into tangible things, the world would be a better, different place. Couple things, you know, be the change you want to be in or be the change you want to see in the world. I live by that, right? And also, I always wondered why no one did something, and then I realized that I'm someone, right? So whatever you can do it. That's why you're here. That's why you're alive in these times. I think we've all been put on this planet to help shift humanity. Not all of us. Some of us are here to do pure evil. But those of us who are in contact with our soul and our hearts, we are here to support humanity. All right? And that starts with us. That starts with us trusting ourselves enough to step into what it is we know we want to do. Okay? Answers, the silence tells you all you need to know. Spirit always answers when you ask a question. The answer may be no, there's a better way. Mirror, what you see in others is reflected in yourself. When you confront your shadows, everything you see changes. We've done plenty of shadow work over on this channel, both as shorts, long playlists, so go check out some of that. There's shadow work playlists. The Daily Decolonizing will also go over that, and the Chasing Nostalgia playlist is about inner child stuff. The Collective Convos is a playlist for like the harder taboo topics, jealousy we talk about, competition, sexual abuse, things like that, harder topics, the Collective Convos. Stillness, not taking action, can be the most powerful stance. Let yourself rest a while and enjoy the sacred silence of your soul. So yeah, don't, I've been on this path for a very long time, for like 20 years. So this isn't something that you just like up and quit your job and jump into. This is a lifestyle change, ultimately. And it's going against the status quo, it's going against the grain, so there will be resistance from outside of you. But ultimately, if you harbor your relationship to your higher self, which is the best version of yourself, the version of you that like doesn't have to think about bills or fascist governments, and you let your higher self lead you. I like to think of the Christian parallel to this is the Father, Son, Holy Ghost. I'm not doing this to be disrespectful. I grew up Christian, but I left the church when I was in my teens. But I like to think of your inner child, your higher self, and your present self as like that trilogy or what is that word? Trilogy, maybe, no, that's a book series. Trinium? I don't know the word. But that relationship for me, it helps me. If it doesn't help you, don't take it. Don't be offended. I'm not trying to offend. I'm just trying to, make a parallel, if you will. I hope this helps. Let me pull a couple more quick affirmations just to get us feeling good about making these changes and decisions for ourselves. Again, there will be resistance, but there always is. When you're doing something differently, people are going to side-eye you, but it's between you and your God. It's between you and your humanity, and your consciousness. And if you're sitting in a space of feeling unfulfilled, not using yourself to the potential you have, then you're going to be pushed in such an uncomfortable position that the only thing you're going to do, like the only thing that's going to be able to make it more comfortable, is to make drastic change, right? And again, not to be afraid of the changes. I have the confidence to be myself. I am free to make my own choices. I will not worry about things I can't control. You are the only thing you can control. And I deserve love. You deserve self-love. And you deserve to love what you're doing, and you deserve to support love in others. Oh, I heard the kiddo squeak. Okay, have a good one.